So the headline features of FM23 dropped yesterday via a video on their YouTube channel, and today I'm here to give you a bit of my reaction, my thoughts on what has been announced so far, what's possibly missing, and what to look forward to in the future. Let's dive in by looking at what was announced first. So the first thing announced was the squad planner, and this is something I love. I spend many hours writing in notebooks like this, my notes down for what I want to do with tactics, who I want to put where, upcoming players, wonder kids, everything. So having this squad planner where I can put these players in, people from my shortlist, drag them across, can they fit that role, do they work with that player, this sort of thing, it looks absolutely incredible. I'm loving the footage we've seen it so far, something I am definitely going to use come FM23. The fact that you can use players from your shortlist, youth players, anyone basically you add to that shortlist, you can put into your team, compare them with the players in your team, all the players at once as well, not individually. You can get a comparison with all the players at once, working out, are they any better? Do they fit this system? It's a great add into the game and something that anyone take advantage of, I feel. So it's a great add-in. I'm looking forward to seeing that one just a little bit more. So next up was the Recruitment Focus Center. Something a bit different now. The whole assignment thing now has been changed with an FM23. That's kind of gone now, been changed to this recruitment focus area, which it does look pretty good. The fact that like it would get rid of the whole percentage area of the game now, waiting for the percentage to hit 100% has been the absolute bane of my life in 22. You're there looking 73, next day it's still 73. You played a game yesterday, why are you not learning anything more about this player? So the fact that that is gone now, and there's a bit more of a analytical mind to it now, you're going to get set stages of winning to find this information. I do feel there's a massive improvement in that area. Something that I could see the back of personally is the agents being more involved. When you're making transfer negotiations, now it's going to be a lot more going to the agent, asking about the player first. I don't know if that's a set thing you have to do with every deal, but the fact that agents are going to be reaching out to you a lot more as well in terms of contract renewals, talking to you. I don't really have the time for it personally myself, or talking to the agents. I know it's based on real life and everything goes through the footballers' agents as well, but when you're at a lower league side as well, these players shouldn't even have an agent. It's very unreal that you see Vanarama players with agents, in my terms, from what I know personally anyway, but well, what do I know? I'm just a guy on YouTube. But yeah, I don't really rate the whole going to agents thing. I mean, I don't really ever do it right now in FM22, talking to agents. It's very rare I'll go to an agent and say, is this player interested in coming to us? I've done it on a few occasions, but it's very rarely used in my eyes for me personally. So it'll be interesting to see how this develops and how much it actually improves on FM23. But that's something I guess we'll see in the coming weeks. So the one thing that really gets on my nerves, recruitment meetings. Cannot stand them personally myself. The fact that my board and people around me at my club are coming to me saying, these are the players you need. Most of them don't really realise what I'm looking for sometimes. Okay, they're based off your shortlist sometimes and what you're looking for, but it never really gets to the point like, if my right back is going to be out of contract at the end of the season, don't give me ideas of players who won't come to us. Or when they do, it's players that aren't good enough, they can't play the style that I'm looking for. They should base on attributes of the player you've got currently, if you want to keep that sort of player there. Or more based around the attributes you're looking for that position. So I'm not really keen on them recruitment meetings myself personally, but the fact they're going to narrow them down now and say, you'll have one kind of early on into your save, like at the first few weeks of the summer window, one in the middle of the summer window, and then one on deadline day or around deadline day. Great, do them then. Don't do them all year long. You will get them in sometimes in September, October, November, and it's like, we're not signing anyone just yet. We're kind of waiting now till the next window. Maybe start of January, do another one then at the end of January, but you don't really need them all the way through the season. So the fact they're going to be cut down now a little bit, rolled back a little bit, is probably a great thing to be done in FM. So the next thing is, FM23, of course, we're on about it right now in this video. Have you ordered your copy of FM23 yet? If you haven't already, if you go to Fanatical and put in Passion for FM in the discount code section, you will save some extra money on your copy of FM23. So if you haven't done it already, there's a link down below in the description. Click the link, put Passion for FM in your code and get the extra discount and order your copy of Football Manager 2023. So next up then, tactics. We saw a little screenshot there, you can see a little bit now on screen in a moment, of what they're looking at in terms of what's been added to tactics. Out of possession tactics, there are these new little features being added. So you can see there, holding the defensive lines being mentioned, dropping deeper as well. So there's some new little tabs that are being involved within the out of possession tactics. I'm intrigued to see what's on the other ones as well. You have two other ones that you normally do use within your saves. I'm interested if anything's been added to them next, personally for me. What could have been added? Let me know in the comment section. What do you think should be added within these sections here, in possession, out of possession, transition, that sort of stuff? What do you think should be in there, personally? I'm looking forward to this one. I'm looking forward to trying to build some tactics, a deeper sitting tactic where your whole back line sits back, gets the ball, and counter. You can try and focus the ball on them wings, counter-attacking football, like the deeper line, a much deeper line. Lower defensive block as well, of course, some lines of engagement. You've got some new terms in there as well, so the new terms in there for the lower line of engagement. To have a deeper line. It all looks very exciting. I'm interested to see how it looks within the game and how it's going to play out in the match engine, but that is definitely something to look forward to. So this next one for me is probably the key one. It won't be for most people because you can kind of add a lot of this stuff now within custom skins, adding different packs into the game, but the UEFA licensing is key to me. I'm very much a graphics kind of guy. I like the visual, I like seeing what I can see on screen. So the fact I can see this UEFA branding when it comes to winning trophies, whether it be the team sheets, that sort of stuff. I loved it. I mentioned the game. I loved it when that FIFA, and the fact that it's in FM now is even better. The fact that you'll see it come on screen, your team sheet with the UEFA branding all there, it just makes you. It gets that nostalgia of the Champions League to me personally. The fact you get to see all that sort of stuff within the game now is a key point for me. So supporter confidence. This is a bit more of an interesting one because it's going to be very much similar to the board confidence that's already in the game, but instead of it being the board, I don't think you're talking to your fans so much. I know you can talk to your board right now, but do you think you have to talk to your fans as well? In a little sense, like talk to them in terms of what they think we should be doing going forward, in terms of players, of course. If you sell a key player that's a fan favourite, are you going to have that fan confidence rocket down straight away and really affect the team's morale as well? I mean, probably affect the team morale regardless, really, who's the key player, but if it's a fan favourite, will that fan board confidence both go down at the same time? Will it just be the fan confidence? It's just these sort of interesting little things that you don't really know just yet, but they could happen. It will be interesting to see though, will this affect your job, of course? If the fans aren't on side of you in your fan confidence, will the board's confidence drop down on the side of that, thinking, well, the fans aren't behind him, should we be behind this manager? Should we start looking elsewhere? Will it make you more of a favourite for the sack race if the fan confidence has dropped down massively as well? So, something interesting to look forward to, but I suppose again, it's nothing we're going to kind of find out more with over time now. A bit more information will drop over the coming weeks before the beta and before the full release of FM23. So the feature video ended with this new manager timeline, the dynamic manager timeline, going through what you've done. I don't know if it's whether within a full save or just within the season. It kind of looks like it's going to be within the entirety of your career. But you'd think if it comes up at the end of season review, it's going to be based on that one season only, probably. It'll be interesting to see if there's a feature where you can do it for your entire career. You can see everything you've done, whether you've moved club, what you've done, manager of the month awards, manager of the year awards, or if it's just based around just your team only and what that team has done throughout the season, whether it be a goal of the month, a manager of the month award, a player of the month, anything like that sort of thing, anything key that happens throughout the season, a big knockout, like you've knocked out an overachieving club or something, anything like that. It'd be interesting to see what actually comes. We've seen bits in the screenshot videos, within the FM announcement video, but I'm intrigued to see what more we do get of this in the long term. So to wrap up the video, I kind of want to go through some stuff that could be missing from FM23. People have been asking for, mainly the set piece stuff. People have been asking now for a while. We want a revamp of the set pieces. It doesn't look like it's going to happen in FM23. So is that something that's going to put you off buying the game? Or will you be looking forward to seeing if something's changed within set pieces? They haven't announced anything particular yet, which you'd think is, as a headline feature, it'd be one of the ones that be up there people have been crying for. So maybe something for FM24, if people keep discussing this, keep saying I want it. It'll be interesting to see what works differently, because from what we've seen so far in the video footage, there's nothing showing set pieces at all yet. So whether they're keeping this away because they're not sure themselves if people are going to like it, or whether there's changes, and we just don't know yet. Of course, the other mention is women's football as well. The WSL is meant to be getting added into Football Manager at some point in the future. Obviously, it ain't going to be in 23 by the looks of it. So 24, 25, will it be any of these down the line? We're not really sure yet. There's no definite answer to what's going to happen yet. You'd imagine it'd be this time next year we might find out now. But again, something I'm interested in seeing what happens within the game, whether it's going to come in next year or it might take 2 years. I mean, it's a lot of scouting to be done to try and develop these connections, meet these clubs, meet these players, build up these attributes for all these players as well. It's a whole different board game. You got the men's game, you got the women's game. There's so much happening. So it'd be interesting to see what happens going forward with that. But for me personally, this excites me. FM23 is right around the corner now. We've seen a load of new stuff that's been added to the game. For me personally, I'm quite excited, but I want to know your thoughts now in the comment section. What do you think? What are your thoughts? Is there anything you think should have been added? Anything you're not really sure about or keen about? I mean, if you're not sure about something, I'm sure we can reply in the comments and give you a bit more information if that helps. But of course, check out the stuff in the description. There's a link down there to buy FM23 if you haven't already, to go do that. My social down there, I'm MurphFM. Check out my socials. Of course, as always though, like the video, subscribe to Passion for FM, and we'll see you in the next video very, very soon.